So to get ready to excavate the garden, we need to figure out how much dirt we need to remove in a particular area. So the way we do this is we have a string that we can run from the low side of the garden here. On this particular one, it's on this driveway. And we'll put a line level on that string. And we're going to run it across the garden here to see if this area of grass is level or not. In some places, it's going to be a little bit higher. So right about here, this string is level. So what that tells me is, from this point, we need to excavate down about 8 inches in order to have the proper storage depth of 6 inches for the water, and then about 2 inches for that mulch in there. So we're going to use this string throughout the excavation to figure out where we're down to and if we've got enough soil removed. So now we've excavated some of the soil from the area where we're going to put our rain garden, and we're going to use the line level again like we did at the beginning to check our depth and see if we need to remove a little bit more soil in any area. So again, we can put it at the low point and put the string across the garden and measure down with a tape measure and see where we need to go remove a little bit more soil. So again, our surface storage depth is going to be about 6 inches. We want about 2 inches for our mulch, so we want to be about 7 to 8 inches deep in our excavation. So the depth of our rain garden is at a good point. We're generally about 8 inches deep in most areas. However, we're dealing with a little bit of a difficult site here in that we have a pretty substantial upslope. So what we did was, instead of making a large cut into the bank on this side, we just tapered it up a little bit. So we're losing a little bit of storage there, but it's okay. We've decided to use some of the rocks that we pulled out of the garden and use them partly as a feature, a visual feature of the garden, but also as a way to direct some of that water into the upper area to make sure that some water gets dispersed in there. And the water will then naturally flow down here as it overflows. As you can see up in this area in the entrance of the rain garden, we've started adding stones in the entranceway. So we've used some of the large stones that we removed from the excavation, and we've also added some small stones. So really we're trying to make this do two functions. We want it to look nice, but more importantly, we want it to be an entrance or a pathway for the water that will not erode. So water's going to be coming out of that pipe pretty quickly. So we've put these stones in a manner that will slow that water down and break up that energy and spread it out as it gets into the garden.